When it comes to having a plan for chronic fatigue syndrome and recovery and ultimately just getting your life back, one of the big problems that most people do, and you are probably doing at home if you're not making the progress you want, is you're going from 0 to hero. And what I mean by that is, let's say that you're starting here with your current capacity and you wake up with energy for the first time in months, right? Or you finally feel like, oh my God, I don't have pain today. So you're like, I'm just going to get up and frickin' be Superman, Superwoman. I'm going to go and do everything on my to-do list. And when you do that, what happens is you use a surplus of energy, which feels amazing, by the way, in the moment. But what happens afterwards is you start drifting down real fast and we get into what we call an energy deficit. We actually call this the valley of death. And it sounds pretty harsh, but the problem is it's because your symptoms are flaring up so bad that you feel horrible. And then you end up in this pit for a period of time, whether it's 1 day, 2 days, or 2 weeks, sometimes even longer if you've pushed yourself too much. You eventually come back to baseline, but then the problem is you repeat the pattern again. You feel good again, you push yourself, you crash, you push yourself, you crash. And so what happens over a 6-month period of time is you end up exactly in the same position you were 6 to 12 months ago, and you wonder why you're not making progress. Instead, what we need to do is we need to have a more holistic approach. So you imagine we've got the same timeline. Let's say this is kind of, 6 months along the timeline. You start here, and you slowly build up and you maintain for a period of, 2 to 4 weeks. And then you progress to the next level physically and cognitively, 2 to 4 weeks. And you're slowly progressing at an appropriate rate. So over 6 to 12 months time, you're at a completely different level because your capacity to do more without feeling any worse is greatly improved. And so this is the way forwards. You've got to have a plan for at least 6 to 12 months for your brain and body to adapt appropriately to new stimulus so you can move forwards, feel good without feeling worse. Stop being a Superman or Superwoman. The best way to go forwards is slow, progressional, and appropriate for where you're at.